And I'm joined now by Mr. Mitch Kulik. He's a general counsel for a company called Steep Hill. Of course, Steep Hill is one of the largest cannabis testing companies in the country. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Now, tell us a little bit about Steep Hill. What makes you different from other cannabis testing labs?
Well, first off, Steep Hill is the very first commercial cannabis lab in the country.
Okay.
We were started 8 years ago in Oakland, California, and now we have labs in 2 states that the company owns, Berkeley, California, and Seattle, Washington. And we have licensed out Steep Hill science, methodology, and brand into 2 states, one which we're sitting in right now, in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we also have another facility that's licensed out to another subsidiary of Pazoo in Denver, Colorado.
Well, of course, now we're dealing with an industry that is highly regulated, the medical cannabis industry. Hence, we have a general counsel that we're talking to. Right. Why is it so important that medical marijuana be tested?
You know, it's important for lots of reasons. It's important for the obvious reasons that cannabis is becoming a commodity that is being approved and used throughout the country now on a legalized basis. So, you know, whether it was beer or Advil or a tomato in the supermarket, people want to know what they're ingesting. They want to know that it's safe. They want to know that it's free of pesticides and heavy metals and mycotoxins. And they also want to know, going back to sort of more of the beer side of things, they want to know the potency of what they're taking. So we are in the business, Steep Hill and Pazoo and their subsidiaries are in the business of making sure that the cannabis supply is safe, and also in the business of informing consumers with respect to what it is that they're ingesting. Now, the laws are changing on an almost daily basis. As an attorney, do you find that these things are changing so quickly that it's difficult to keep up with? You know, it's not that they change so quickly. What makes it difficult to keep up with is the fact that currently cannabis is a state-by-state program, so that the laws in the state that we're in, Nevada, are different than Connecticut. So when you're in the laboratory business and opening up in multiple locations, you really have to dive deep into that jurisdiction's take on it. Eventually, we believe that there will be one standard, and we also believe that Steep Hill and through Steep Hill, Pazoo will be a big part of setting that standard. Steep Hill was retained by the state of Washington to advise them with respect to drafting their regulations. We were very involved with the state of Nevada, not on a paid basis, but to advise them with respect to their regulations. And in fact, our CEO today, the reason why I'm here and he's not, is he's putting testimony in the record. He was invited by Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom up in California to put testimony into this Blue Ribbon Commission, who is now, they're going to put in regulations, testing regulations, et cetera, in California, which have not yet existed in California. California had medical marijuana since 1996 with no regulations, and they realize now that testing is an idea whose time has come. Now, you folks are working, of course, with Pazoo Incorporated, which is why we're here. What was it about Pazoo that attracted the company to work together? Pazoo has been a great partner for us. Pazoo has a subsidiary that is based here in Nevada. Going back to our conversation with respect to the different states and different laws, in Nevada, like Colorado, there's a law that requires marijuana businesses to have state residency ownership. So we are a California company. We could, in order for us to come to a state like Nevada or Colorado, we have to sort of do it through a licensee who's located there. That's what attracted to initially to Pazoo. Why we're really happy currently with the partnership is that they do what they say they're going to do, and that sounds like such a basic thing that shouldn't be such a a great discovery, but if you've lived long enough, you can know that you've been partnered with people who say one thing and do another, or don't do anything. Exactly. But so far, we've really formed a good partnership of trust, because this trust now is based on about 16 months or 18 months of working together and actually seeing things happen that were projected to happen. And so we're excited. We're excited about the partnership that we have now. It's in Nevada and Colorado, right. and it's expanding. So we're looking to, at Steep Hill, we're looking to expand our national presence. And as I said earlier, it's a state-by-state industry, so that if you want to test in a state, you have to establish a lab in that state, right. Which becomes expensive.
Sure.
So it's good to have a partner to, we are now in 4 states, as opposed to 2, and by the end of this year we'll be in 6, because Pazoo will open up a lab in Oregon, and we're opening up in New Mexico, good. And currently raising capital to open that lab.
Mitch Kulik, Steep Hill General Counsel. Fascinating, Mitch. Thanks so much.
Thank you.